How long have you been married for?
Over a decade.
Okay, so what if you found out something from like 25 years ago that you didn't agree with? Would you immediately divorce her, or would you be like...
Depends on the severity. If I found out that she was an OnlyFans girl or something like this before
like
I married her,
25
yes, that
years
would be
ago.
an instant divorce.
So right now, instant divorce?
Yeah, it would be an instant
25
divorce.
years before, and like before she met you? I'm just asking.
Yes.
Okay.
I plan on waiting till marriage.
But you're not a virgin, correct?
No.
Okay. I mean, that's 100% your choice. However, my dating recommendation to any men watching, that's a bad deal. That's a raw deal. I do not recommend dating women who have previously been sexually promiscuous.
That is a judgment.
I'm cool with judgment. See, you guys like to point the finger, but like when it comes to selecting partners, you guys are ruthless. Men ask for very, very little from women when it comes to dating, but you guys will literally have laundry lists of what you need. The reality is, women are incredibly picky, so how are you gonna tell me about I'm being judgmental? But y'all are super judgmental. Would you date a guy who's shorter than you?
I have.
How tall's your current guy?
He's 6'1".
He's 6'1". Conveniently, women always say, well, I don't really care about height. But when you ask them about their past partners and their current partners, they're all conveniently 6'1", 6'2", 6'3", 6 feet.
Well, it's not that I don't plan on having kids. If I had kids, I would want to be a stay-at-home mother. I wouldn't want to be on OnlyFans.
You do realize that you could end up becoming a genetic dead end.
Well,
Isn't that terrifying to think of, that you could literally end up becoming a genetic dead end? You're younger women always think that there's time. There's not as much as
What
you
if I
think.
don't want to have kids though?
What's really funny
I don't
is
want to
the biological-
reproduce myself.
But what
I
often
don't
happens
really-
with younger women is they think they have a prolonged absence of time. They don't
think
even
that.
think about it. What's interesting though is that once they come to the end of their biological clock, you start to see their panic set in. Must have kids, must have kids. Right now it's easy to be like, well, I don't even want kids. But what always happens on TikTok is there's a woman crying in her face going, I can't believe I waited this long and now I can't have kids.
Well, that sucks for that girl. I'm not like her.
That's what they all say, right?
Oh, every OnlyFans woman won't find a man. Like, that's, who's to say that? You know what I mean?
Well, the statistics, they say close to that. They say that yes, your chances and likelihood, the more promiscuous you are to maintain an interpersonal relationship with a man over a long period of time,
It's odd because-
drastically decrease.
It's odd because I have like both friends that are in the industry or are not in the industry, and I feel like the ones that are and are in the relationship are actually happier because they're honest and they're outgoing, they're open-minded, and they're speaking about desires that normally a
But
traditional
they're not
household.
traditional.
Okay, well, what is
So we're non-traditional.
Okay,
What would be the experiment that worked where two stars in history were getting together in holy matrimony in order to go and promote degeneracy? Of course it's not traditional. That's a
we love
brand
it.
newfangled gadget, right?
What would it take me to stop?
Yeah.
I plan to when I have like kids or whatever, I guess.
Beautiful. That was wonderful. What about you guys? Why don't you do OF?
I'm in a very committed relationship, and while I don't judge anybody for doing that, I also personally think that my body is just for my partner.
Biz.
I have standards and I do judge.
That's beautiful. What about you?